So starting off with just taking a look at what you're going to get. First of all, it comes in a nice sturdy box, which most of the OLIGHTs do now these days, which is just great. Helps you feel good about your purchase. And taking a look inside, it comes in first the sheath here. You'll get the flashlight. You'll then get the charging device, which is obviously proprietary to OLIGHT. And then you'll also get your instruction manual, and that's pretty much it. It's all nicely stored in the box. Okay, so taking a look at the Warrior X Pro here, first thing that is pretty nice about this flashlight is that it actually comes with this pretty nice sheath. You can see it's just got a nice magnetic latch there. It's got a belt clip with a button, which is always, I prefer this style of belt clip because you can put it on after your belt's on. You don't have to loop it around your belt. So that's a really nice sheath that comes with it, and it's just a nice addition. So taking a look at the light here, we'll just go over a few basic stats here. It weighs about 239 grams or 8 ounces, so it's got, a bit of weight to it. Definitely it's going to be good. Of course, it's a tactical style flashlight, so it's got a nice crenulated aggressive bezel here, and that extra weight's going to allow you to use that as a, bit of a impact end there. It measures 149 millimeters or 5.87 inches in length, so it's just under 6 inches there. The body diameter is about 1 inch, and the head diameter is about 1.5 inches, so that gives you an idea of the size here. It's got, of course, the magnetic tail clip here, and that's great because it makes charging a breeze. You can just clip it on there, and it's got a red indicator when it's charging, blue when it's done, so that makes it super easy. It's operated as most tactical style lights on the tail here, so what we do for operation is just half press it down for momentary on, full press it down for momentary full. You can see that really pumps out some light there. Short half press to turn it on constant, and large press there, momentary to put it on to turbo or high, whatever you want to call it. So it's a super bright light, and putting it on this medium mode, you can get tons of range, tons of throw with this thing. That's what it's made for. It's made to have a beam that really throws, and this lasts 8 hours on this medium mode here, and so that gives you plenty of light for a long time, so it's really quite awesome. It does have an extra bezel that comes with it to you can swap it out, this aluminum crenulated bezel, or excuse me, not bezel, but this ring here that you kind of use when you're holding it for more of a rubber. They call it their Tactical One. It's just a little bit more ergonomic. I haven't had a need to switch it, but it is an option. It's got a tail clip. I wouldn't really use that. It's more of a, this is more of a either a belt carry or in your hand type of flashlight. So it uses a 5,000 milliamp hour 21700 lithium ion battery in here. So that's one of OLIGHT standard batteries. It's very high powered. It has good amp outputs, and it powers this 2100 lumen light. So you got to have a good battery in there. So taking a look at the waterproofing, it's rated for IPX8 waterproofing, and so that's going to allow you to fully submerge this and not have any issues with it, which is great. You don't have to worry about rain or moisture getting in there. And overall, it's just a very durable light. It's impact resistant. I don't know, how much you'd want to be tossing this around, but it is impact resistant if needed. It's got that nice black anodized aluminum body here. Crenulated bezel. You've got the blue OLIGHT colored diameter bezel here, which is kind of cool. I always think it's a nice feature on OLIGHTs. But so far, I really trust these OLIGHTs because I had the old Warrior style flashlight in my car, which for 3 years, which year round in the winter here gets to -10, -15, -20 degrees. And when I turn it on every winter or any time, it's still on. And so that speaks a lot to at least holding up to temperatures, which is, we kind of get the extremes here in Minnesota. So that's sort of an overview of the statistics of the light. And let's go take a look at some of the footage, and we'll get back to some of my final thoughts. Okay, so taking a look at the first output mode, of course there's only two, and the first one is low here. You're going to get 300 lumens for 8 hours, which is a nice long run time, and it's plenty of light to do any sort of activity at night that you're going to need to be doing. Then of course the second mode is the high, which starts at 2100 lumens for 2 minutes and then drops down to 1000 lumens. That's mostly because of overheating. There's obviously an internal sensor in the flashlight, and so that's just going to drop down in order to keep against breaking any of the internal components. But overall, as you would expect with this light, it's got really amazing throw. It goes up to 500 meters is what it's rated for. I couldn't test it up to 500 meters, but you can see across this field here, it had great output. And overall, it's a really bright light, really great for spotting things far off at night. Okay, so just to wrap up my final thoughts on this light, I think it's a really great flashlight. I'm a big fan of OLIGHTs. For me, they have withstood, extreme temperatures here in Minnesota, which I've been really happy with because a lot of the other Chinese lights and batteries will just give out over winter. And so it's a great light if you're looking for a good defense light, a good spotlight for your car, something that has a lot of throw. This is a great light to pick up for sure. Lately, this will be replacing the light in my car, which was the M1X Striker. This has been my EDC carry light recently. This will be going in the car. And, I've got, here's my EDC. This could be used for EDC, but it's more of that searchlight, defense, emergency light in your car type scenario. So if you enjoyed this review, guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you want to see an updated EDC video here in the future. I've got some cool new things I've been carrying. But other than that, stay safe and we'll see you in the next video.